Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Just stop the screen share for a second over here. Okay, happy Wednesday, all. Thanks for joining. Hey, crowd. Hello, hello.
Morning.
Thanks, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Make sure to mute yourself. We're going to start the meeting, and we're going to call you in whenever your time is up with our panelists and affiliates, etc. Halley, check in on your end with Alex in Long Beach, and Stephanie, check in on your end with Jojo and the other guys if they're able to log in. They all got yesterday the link from Anthony Spile, login information. So thank you, guys. Happy Wednesday. Good to have you in person and virtually. So thanks for joining, everybody. Let's start our meeting. We have a lot of things to cover today, and some also exciting shout outs to a few people out there. So let's do this. Okay, can you see my screen? Halley, thumbs up. We got this. All right. So who do we have? Let me see. So there's not like one-liner sentence over here, but I thought just to kind of point this one out. Hand virtually, if you know what the everything that you can know about the law of attraction, right? Let me tell you something. That's it works. Manifesting and to the world and say what you want to say and share your thoughts and your desires and your wishes and whatever that might be. Just manifest. Just say it out loud. Stand behind it. Walk towards it and keep pushing with full force and full integrity. Because things happens. For those who deserves to earn whatever it is. So, any thoughts about that? Whoever we have on the panel, Stephanie, Halley. We have two Stephanies today on the call. Christy.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, most of you guys know that I absolutely believe it being with intentionality and living your life purposeful and just really living your life too with complete clarity, but also coming from a place of service, right? So just whatever you focus on expands, and it goes both ways, right? It can be negative or positive. So you have to be careful what you are trying to attract and what you're how much emotion that you're putting behind it.
And I think it's important. We were talking about it this morning in our mindset class, which if you guys aren't participating in that, it's been really exciting. Myself and Stephanie and Meny are doing those every single day, Monday through Friday. But we were talking about that it happens so much in our business that if we just do the activities of work, if we call our clients and we're looking on the MLS and we're really opening our minds to receiving success, that it tends to draw to us. Transactions come out of the woodwork and one turns into three. So just make sure that you're keeping that in mind, that even though we're not getting paid every day hourly, right, that you would check into an hourly job, that doing the work of the job is important because it's going to attract those transactions to us.
Amen to that. Thank you both for sharing. Law of attraction. It works. Shout out to a few of you out there for crushing it. The Gallows group. Alex and Yana joined the Calabasas office. Maybe, I don't know, Stephanie, I was like, 4 months ago, right? Just before, about 4 or 5 months ago. We were like, hey, welcome to our company. And by the way, this COVID thing happening, and pandemic, the office is closed a little bit. They kept, I think, in once again about those 4 or 5 months. So great job, guys. Keep at it. And, you're doing amazing work out there, both commercial and residential. John Davis out of the Calabasas office. He's a consistent capper as well. I think that's his 6th, 7th year, probably even more than that. Yeah, about 7th year capping back to back. Congrats, well done. And he's also, on the LC board of the Calabasas office. So thank you for what you do. Cindy, congrats, Cindy, part of the Addison Van Wig team. Big smile, right? Also in real life. Shout out, congrats. I believe, does she cups every year, Elaine? Yeah, yeah, most likely. Well, Addison is keeping them busy. So shout out, congrats, well done, and proud to have you guys part of our team here in Long Beach. And the next shout out is to Mr. Feldman. Rob, you have to share. It's always 50-50 with Deb, so she makes you look good. Unmute yourself, Rob, and so we can hear you. And shout out, congrats, be part of the IALC, which is the international ALC. And Rob has been a member of the tribe for many years, out of the coastal office here in Long Beach, and part of the ALC over here. And now he got a promotion for was elected by the region, and then that went out to international, and they approved him to join the IALC. Rob.
Good morning, everybody. Do we still look like our picture? I don't know. Thank you for that.
You look better every day.
Every day. Thank you for that great shout out. Thank you for the honor. It's you guys. I'll take a quick minute. It's pretty amazing already. Been very involved. It's when you talk about, everybody's talking about what they do in the Motivation Minute and how they do and how they wake up. Many years. Debbie and I have totally believe you wake up to do the right thing, not to do something that doesn't work in your life. And especially, and this has totally to do with our mission and everything that's there. You guys, we can't worry about other agents that do absolutely nothing or do things to try to hurt our business. And as I think it was Stephanie or Halley just said the same thing. If somebody, you put it out there, people want to work with you. If you put out who you are, what you are, and how you do it, and how you live your life, people will know. They'll say, I want to work with those people. But one of the things that quickly I want to talk about is next month at Mega Camp, the IALC is going to add a little bit to the belief system. You all know about the win-win, integrity, customers, commitment, communication. They're looking to add equity, opportunities for all. And Meny, I don't know if I should go on the whole thing other than to say, with all the stuff that's been going on out there, a lot of the protests, a lot of stuff, KW is really at the forefront of making the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee, which is going to be involving, and hopefully all the offices will get involved and people will really want to step up. And I'll just read the first one, and then I know you have a lot more to do. Maintain a welcoming and inclusive environment for all protected classes, sex, race, color, creed, age, national origin, ancestry, disability, veteran status, genetic information, and sexual orientation. There's others there, but it's a conversation that we continually have to have. And if you have any questions or thoughts, you can always reach out to me. Everybody knows where we are, our phone number, want to chat about it. But that's something that KW is at the forefront and will continue to be. So with that, I'm done.
Thanks, Rob. Well said. Well done. Congrats again, and thank you for diving, fast into that. And I know how much you're involved also on the local level as in the board, in the as part of the board member, and in the part of the committees, etc. So thank you for accepting that position and be willing to be involved even more on our behalf, on the agent's behalf with international. And we're gonna have you frequently, kind of keep us posted on what's happening out there and
Absolutely.
All the good stuff. Thanks, Rob. Congrats again. Appreciate it. Welcome to stay as long as you wish. And from that, let's jump to Rich Pisani. Rich, how are you? Good morning.
I'm fine. Thank you, Meny. Morning, everyone. I wanted to go over something that was added last Tuesday to ChrisNet MLS, but also to CRMLS. So our offices in Long Beach, it is the new registered listing tool. And what this is the new way for you to exclude your listing from the MLS. And so the process is, you just like every time before, you have your seller sign the listing agreement and the exclude from the MLS, send the exclusion to your broker or manager. You enter the information into this new category called registered listing system. For ChrisNet members, you still have to send the paperwork, which is the first and the last page of the listing agreement and the exclusion form within 2 business days of the listing start date. Now, just a reminder, what the listing start date is either the start date on the contract, or it's the date that you received the last set of signatures from the sellers. So if the listing start date, if the date on the contract is September 1st, but you don't get all the signatures until the 5th, the start date is the 5th. So next slide. There you go. All right, so you go into your ad edit, and once again, this is for ChrisNet and for CRMLS users. You go into ad edit and you choose, you see this new category, registered listing contract. Next. And there's only a limited amount of information that you need. It's the property type, it's the price, it's the listing start date, and it's the address and your information. And then you submit it, and that is, oh, and you need to put a pin as to where the property is. But that is it. That's all you have to do. Now for CRMLS, you're done. But for ChrisNet, you need to put in the paperwork to the MLS. So next. Okay, registered listings are only visible to you, the listing agent, and to me, the broker. So they will show up on your dashboard under My Registered. It's a great way to keep track of everything that's excluded, your inventory. It gives it gives it an MLS number, which will stay with it throughout the process. So if you end up selling it while it's excluded, you can go right to sold and you're done. So next. Okay, I wanted to go over this because I'm hearing from the Coastal Properties office that there is some confusion regarding coming soon in regards to CRMLS. So next slide. CRMLS has its own form that if you're putting a listing into coming soon, and right on that listing, number 2, it says limited advertising. So while the property is incoming soon, it is not sent to third-party websites such as the Zillows and whatnot. But the most important part is number 5 on that sheet, where it says advertising. Evidently, Coastal Properties is under the impression that you can only market a coming soon listing to the office. That is not correct. You can advertise that listing anywhere in any form, with the exception of Zillow or those third-party websites. So that's what it is. It's for CRMLS, it's to create this buzz about this property. CRMLS users don't allow showings. So it creates that it's truly a coming soon. Whereas ChrisNet, they do allow showings, but and also for the West Side office, I want to caution you, because their MLS system, you cannot blast it on social media. There's other restrictions to the MLS. So this only applies to ChrisNet and CRMLS. So I think that was it, Meny, in regards to that. Yeah, but I just want to mention a couple of more things before you move on. I'm putting in the chat box a link to CAR does great Q&A sessions, and I've mentioned before escalation clauses. So there is a link there to a great Q&A regarding escalation clauses. I'm not a fan, but you know, everybody's using them nowadays. And also on Friday's meeting with all the brokers throughout the state, it was brought to our attention by one of the big brokers of the state that the DRE is going, I don't want to say going after, but she has been cited. Her agents use a letter to a neighborhood about, I have a buyer for your house. If you're using that letter, know that the DRE may, if they get a complaint about it or they hear about it, they may contact you to make sure you have a buyer for that house. So be cautious, you know, be cautious. If you're advertising that you have a buyer for a specific house in a specific neighborhood, make sure you have it. And if you say in your letter a ready, willing, and able buyer, they're going to want to see a pre-approval. So just be aware of that, because she evidently has been hit several times, but she is a big broker throughout the state. So I think she wears a big target on her back, but they're out there and they're looking. So just a word of caution. That's it. Thanks, Meny.
Hey, Rich, there are a couple questions here in the chat about the coming soon. I don't know if you can address any of those.
Thanks, Halley. I was muted. I was just talking to myself for the last 60 seconds.
Okay, wait. I thought things had changed a couple of weeks ago for CRMLS, and now coming soon. Does syndicate out third party? No, it does not.
No.
CRMLS will not syndicate to third parties, and nor will they allow you to syndicate out to third parties. In regards to ChrisNet, you immediately have to change that within 1 business day to active, and CRMLS is the same way. That defeats the purpose of coming soon. Yeah, coming soon is like they're using it as a private network, the private agent network, in that we are only showing the people within our MLS, our participants and subscribers. That's what coming soon is about. Yeah, and just to clarify the confusion, at the very beginning, it was, they didn't really have any, clear decision or what have you. So it was, yeah, once you have it, you can post and whatever, as long as you have it listed as coming soon on the MLS. Now, all of them, I think and I'm guessing it's more than just our MLSs. It's pretty much only one way to go, which is you cannot promote on social media. And if you do, it has to go into active right away. Right. Yeah. Right. And Alan Rosenberg has a question regarding registered. Do days on market count? No, days on market do not count while in registered or exclusive. Steve Waltzman, do days on market count in coming soon? No, they do not count on coming soon. For ChrisNet users, days on market do not count for coming soon, and you can show. So you've got 21 free days without days on market that you can show that property to agents and anybody, and you don't accumulate 1 day on market. So for ChrisNet users, I would absolutely utilize that. I mean, that's a glitch in the system, but that's the way they wanted to do it, and I got voted down. So, so there you go. Okay, any other questions? Halley, Stephanie, anything that you see? Okay. There was a question from Joan that, does any of this apply to the MLS? No. Joan, I mentioned that there are different rules for the MLS. And if you go to the MLS, they have great handouts as far as what they allow in coming soon, because they don't allow social media posts. It's really convoluted as the way they do it. But go to themls.com and they will, there's a great handout that will give you more information.
Cool. All right. Good job, Rich. Thank you for that info and cross MLSs. Let's go to our broker metrics, and then let's say this is the first time we're actually utilizing this platform. We just subscribed all of our offices when it comes to leadership, right? So the office admins, etc., to Trend Graphics, which it's a bit more advanced tool than broker metrics. And we're gonna, in the next few weeks ahead, months, what have you, we're gonna share some info, some stats with you guys. So you'll see the visual or what have you. And if you wish to get any kind of stats on a zip code or specific area, whatever, let us know, and our admins can give you that insight. So as you can see, we're gonna cross those three markets: Long Beach area, then the West Side area, then the Calabasas area. Everything is presented in one picture with more data, basically, right? And it's actually even more accurate than broker metrics. One of the changes you're going to see, if you look at the very top, it says for sale, sold, and pended. But then, like, you know, what's the difference between pended and pending? Well, pending, it carries anything that is still in pending throughout the month of, you know, whatever is marked. Pended is only those who actually went into pending in that specific month. Make sense? So it doesn't add those extra layers of listings that will, like, let's say, carried from June into July, still pending. It's only those like who actually went from active to pending. So it's like more accurate data. So let's jump into that for a second and see what we're looking at. And after I'm gonna finish those three markets, market shares, so then we'd love to hear from you guys, our affiliates, and you know, we have title, home warranty, and the lenders on the call today. So Long Beach, let's look into the stat. This is once again July of this year, last month compared to July 19. Look at the change, 367, for sale first, 441 units compared to 561. Still new to me as well. I'm looking right now on the chart on the right hand side at the bottom over here, this section over here. Okay, this is a month over month, right? So 441. So the drop is 21% in what inventory wise, right? What actually went to sell. Sold, closed, or before that, sorry, like pended, went into pending, increased by over 13%. 367 units went into escrow compared to 324 last year. Okay, so lower inventory and more units going into escrow. The sold 291 compared to 318, drop over there of about 8.5%. Okay, 8.5%. And what I see that we're actually missing over here is the price points. Didn't add that part, so we're gonna make sure to revise that slide. And once we're gonna send you those stats after the email as a follow-up, we're gonna have that information as well. If you look overall at the bottom here as well, you can see it shows today's stats, and this is from this morning. So you can see that from the beginning of this month, right, until the 25th, like everything dropped, to a certain extent when it comes to, once again, for sale, sold, and pended transactions, between 9 to 17%, right? So, or if I'm going to look into what actually going to escrow to sold is around 10% in average, right? So 10% drop month to date, right? Compared to compared to August of last year so far. Month is not over yet, but most likely it's going to be a drop from last year. And that was for the Long Beach. West Side covers for Long Beach. By the way, it's only for Long Beach. Like, we didn't take any other markets like, Lakewood or Seal Beach or what have you. And it's only residential as well. All types of residential. West Side, because the office based in Westwood, which is a very small little zip code, that covers the entire West LA, Brentwood, and Beverly Hills, right? And we see this trend in the higher price point, since April, pretty consistent on the, not so pleasant side, but that's just the reality of what's going on over there. On the for sale, what's being offered, there was a slight increase, almost break even. I mean, it's just one unit basically, 308 compared to 307 last year in July. And then more of a bigger drop over there, as you can see on the pended, 30 last year compared to 21 last month in July, and a 20% drop on what actually sold, 36 last year compared to 29. And if you look at the this month specifically, there's definitely more properties that have been offered for sale this August compared to last August, which we're going to go over in full, about a month from today, like in the end of September. And the other factors, what's actually sold and going into escrow, there's an average, 19 or so percent decrease over there. Calabasas covers the Calabasas area, Hidden Hills, West Hills, Woodland Hills, Bell Canyon, that little bubble over there. So big drop over there in inventory. Look at the numbers over there for sale, inventory-wise. Once again, only residential, 338 last month compared to 509 last year in July. It's a big drop, almost 34% in inventory. When it comes to closed units, almost breaking even, but 5 units difference, 199 compared to 194 last month, and big jump on the pending, about just under 40% what went into escrow. It seems like if they didn't close naturally, they're going to carry into next month, but maybe some of them have a longer period of escrow, and we do hear a lot about escrows that drop because of financing as well. Even though I'm not sure if Alex is on the call today, or our other lenders, I think Fannie Mae changed some regulations about financing too, so that sounds a bit more encouraging. Overall, for Calabasas area, if you see like this existing month in August-wise, big drop over there as well for now. We'll see how that's going to play out and look like the end of the month. So that's pretty much the kind of overview. Reply on the chat if you like this layout better, excluding the price point that we didn't add. Sorry about that. And if you want to get the copies of those slides as well, so we can share with you. So, guys, just unmute yourself. Feel free to jump in. Let's start with you, John. Clearmark title. You guys been busy. I know that you guys are just nonstop also with refinancing, right, the last few months. But what do you see? What trends do you to complement what whatever those graphs are showing? You can add.
So we're seeing a huge increase in the amount of purchase business. Even though it's been a really strong refinance market, last month was, as you guys know, was a really strong month. It seemed like our spring market was actually hitting the summer, hitting June, and it's continued into this month. So this month has been extremely busy. A lot more purchase business coming in. We're seeing, just an overall trend. As you were stating here, so far in August, or in LA County, I was reading a couple of different data points, and they're talking about, so far for August, that Los Angeles has a record low of inventory, and it's down 26% from 2019. But the demand is the highest it's been in 9 years, up 24% from 2019. So that's a kind of a really interesting indicator, something that everybody should be looking at, that there's definitely qualified buyers out there, with, of course, with money being so cheap, the affordability becomes a little bit better than what it's normally been. And also what's really interesting too, that we've noticed, is that in LA, we're seeing a really strong impact in the luxury market. Anything over 1.5 is what we're considering the luxury market. LA luxury market is only down 1% from last year, but the demand is up 87% from 2019. So that particular market is on fire right now, from that 1.5 million on up. And we're seeing a lot more, high-end properties coming into escrow, into title, over the last, 4 weeks. And we feel that's going to continue. We feel like the summer market is going to trend into the autumn, time frame here. Typically most people, we see that we know that, that didn't sell their home in the summer would kind of slow up because coming back to school. But we know with all the changes and differences that are happening, that people, it looks like, will continue to keep buying and continue to move if they were interested in buying, especially if they're a really strong buyer. So we're seeing just a lot of activity. Refinances have kind of slowed up in the last 2 weeks, but we're seeing a really strong amount of purchase business coming in as far as our company goes, and also overall for the overall market in LA and Orange County.
Yeah, awesome. Good insight, John. Thank you. Alex, how's it going?
Good, Meny. How are you?
Good. So I'm here in Long Beach today. So I saw this morning we had a quick chat and shared some insight with me. Do you mind sharing that with the agents?
Sure. It has more to do with the refinance world than it did with the purchase world, but there was a fee that the Federal Housing Finance Authority put on refinances to try to, I don't know, government's way of getting some more money, but they just delayed that to December 1st. So the cost of refinancing just went down 0.5%. Yesterday afternoon was when the news came out. So for your clients that bought a house a year ago and that haven't refied yet, it may be worth reaching out and saying, hey, I heard that this fee went away. And anyone even, in the 3.5 to 3.25 range can definitely see some savings, because rates are in the 2.75 range on conforming loans and government loans today.
Yeah.
On the luxury market part that John was talking about, also one of the things that went away for a bit due to COVID was the lower down payments. That's starting to come back. In the 1.5 space, we can do that with 10% down. We can do 5% down up to 1.3. So keep that in mind. That was something that went away. The big jumbo lenders were requiring 20% down for a while. Now we have ways of using 2 loans to get us back to the 5 and 10% down range, even in the luxury market space. So something to keep in mind. The government credit scores that kicked up to 680 in the last couple of months, those are loosening. We're seeing government loans being done at 600 credit scores right now. So all signs are pointing to this purchase market continuing to get hotter. We're working on about 20 different purchase loans right now. So it's crazy out there. Keep your mind on the turn times. Banks are so busy. We're still doing 30-day transactions, but please just keep that in mind with the volume of loans right now. And that's all I got.
Thanks, Alex. Good stuff. Thanks for the insight. Jojo, up in Calabasas.
Hi, Meny.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. Morning, everybody. So I'll give my 2 cents today. First, I'll echo what Alex just said regarding the 50 basis points removal. It has been delayed till December 1st. Everybody in the institution of mortgage banking, credit unions, banks in general are against it. They're going to try to fight it. One other note on that, it probably doesn't apply to us in general. is any loans under 125,000 is exempt from it. So they agreed to that piece. And any loans done under the Home Ready and the Home Possible program is also exempt. Now, what is the market doing? Well, again, I echo Alex because the rates are really low. If we look at last year, 2019 to this year, last year the average for 30 years 3.55, give or take. Right now we're 275, 299, give or take. Also, big difference. The 15-year last year was at 303, 3.03. Today's ranging about 2.54, give or take. Some I've even seen them at 2.25 and 1.9 with some wholesalers such as United Wholesale Mortgage. Tomorrow there'll be some activity on the Treasury notes. They're anticipating some good buying process and good movement, which will also ease up some more on our rates. So what are we saying, all of us here in the lending world? Rates are continuing to be low or go lower as we head towards the end of the year. And I'll give you one great fact right now. As of last year in July, the Dow Jones was at 26,379. Today it's hovering about 28,308. That's almost 2,000 points difference within a year. And that continues to be a driver as well, because there's a strong relationship between the bond market and the equities market. It continues to be a driver in keeping our rates low. And depending on what happens again in November, a lot of indication does appear to say that the equities market will be strong, and therefore our rates should continue to be at this level or lower even. So I think the only thing that we need today is more inventory and more buyers. That's about it for me.
Yeah, good stuff, Jojo. Thank you. I'll tell you what's going to happen in November, by the way. I know exactly what's going to happen. Houses are going to keep selling, and people are going to keep buying, investing and buying or whatever. So can't wait for that to happen, right? Christy, Jessica, thanks for joining. Old Public Home Warranty. What's in your world?
So, if you don't mind, Jess, I'll start. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So today I just wanted to kind of reiterate, I know that I'm always talking platinum, but now more so than ever is the best time to order platinum because of COVID and everything that's going on. It's increasingly harder for us to get parts, especially for the older units. We've had manufacturers shut down, factories shut down. They're all, really cut back with employees. And that, as a result for your homeowners, it's kind of like good news, bad news, is that if we can't find the parts to fix the hot water heater or the furnace or the air conditioning unit, we're forced to replace it. Well, that platinum has all of the levels for the codes, permits, modifications, and upgrades that they're going to need to replace that item. So I just wanted to remind you that platinum is at $570. We're going to add $80 in the package deal for washer, dryer, refrigerator. That's bringing you to $650. And that's also the Crest plan, which means it includes the free roof coverage up to $1,500 and no trade call fee due unless we perform service. And what that means for homeowners is that if they go out and let's say they call in a plumbing leak for the bathroom and it's really a caulking issue, they haven't recaulked and there's a leak, but it's a maintenance issue and that's not something that any home warranty company covers for. Typically with the other home warranty companies, they're still liable for that $75 whether we perform service or not. And in that Crest 12-month Old Republic plan, there's no services, there's no trade call fee due unless we perform services. Are there any questions about that?
Not yet. People will type in something if in that case. But thank you for that insight.
Yeah. And then Jess?
Yeah, hi everyone. First of all, thank you so much for inviting us on your team meeting today. And thank you to those realtors who are writing Old Republic Home Warranty on your contracts. We so appreciate you and we are so grateful to be your preferred home warranty vendor. As far as COVID updates, we're still fully operational. A lot of our plan holders have opted to put their work orders on hold if they're not comfortable with having people coming into their home. Obviously, our technicians need to have access to the home to diagnose issues. So a lot of plan holders have just put their work orders on hold if they're not urgent. Those of our plan holders who are moving forward with their claims, we are of course asking our technicians to take every necessary precaution, wear a mask, wear your gloves, do the social distancing. So please just rest assured knowing that we are asking our technicians to to do that. Rekey after close of escrow. I'll be honest with you guys, we have a little bit longer hold times right now. You can imagine the heat wave, everyone is calling in their air conditioner claims. So if your clients are just trying to set up something as simple as rekey and they're sitting on hold or getting frustrated, please feel free to just put them in touch with me or with Christy. Just shoot us an email, the property address, the policyholder, and their phone number. We can have our service department call them, so they're not having to sit on hold for something as simple as rekey. Additionally, they're not able to use their online homeowner portal until their home warranty policy is paid for. And typically people are trying to set up rekey immediately after close of escrow. The policies are not paid immediately after close of escrow. We're still waiting for the check to be sent to us in the mail from escrow, okay? So if you guys are running into that, just get Christy or I involved. We're really hands-on with our clients. We want to build a long-term relationship with you and make sure the home warranty is a positive experience for you and your buyers and sellers, okay? If you ever want us to chat with your buyers about home warranty coverage, feel free to put us in touch. You know, we want to make sure they're getting exactly the coverage they need. It is customizable, so feel free to put us in touch with them. We are seeing more realtors leaving home warranty out of the contract right now, or at least not asking the sellers to stay competitive, because obviously it is such a competitive market right now. If you are seeing that, that's not a problem for us. You can still get a home warranty even if you're not asking the sellers to pay for it. Sometimes we're seeing the realtor is paying for it. Sometimes the buyers are paying for it themselves. We're flexible. We don't care who pays for the policy. You can get one even if the sellers aren't paying for it. Okay, so just know that that's an option for you. We can even square it away after close of escrow. If you want to leave it out of the transaction, put us in touch with the buyers after close of escrow. We can help them with all of that then. Okay. Refis. I know a lot of people are doing refis. We have no 30-day wait for people who are going through a refi and want to get a home warranty. We can start the home warranty coverage as soon as their refi closes.
That's good to know.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. So typically we have a 30-day wait if somebody's not going through a real estate transaction. We're waiving that right now. Did you have a question?
What's the difference, by the way? Like, why do you allow no 30-day wait on refi compared to just a traditional escrow, etc.?
That's a limited time incentive we're doing right now, just because we know everybody's refinancing.
Okay.
Yeah. What else? Oh, we made a really cool Thrive Inside e-guide. It's full of all kinds of cool stuff as far as like where you can take free college courses right now, what resources you have online for exercise and staying healthy and meditation. So if anybody hasn't received a copy of our Thrive Inside e-guide, reach out to myself or to Christy. We can send you a digital copy. It's really cool. I think it's like 15 pages, but full of all kinds of great content. And you're welcome to share that content with your sphere as well. Okay, so reach out if you want a copy of that. And we're here for you. Call or text us anytime.
Good stuff. Thank you. And I love, Jessica, I love the matching picture. Make a note. Deborah, taking a picture. Sure. Yeah, yeah. Who needs this in the background, right?
Thank you.
The insight. And by the way, I'm using, you know, Old Republic, and I had issue with my AC, and they figure, you know, things out in timely manner. So that's good to hear that the refi right now, you have this incentive because it's huge, especially right now with the heat waves, etc.
Right.
Take advantage. So thank you for that. John, thanks for sharing that contact info, and feel free to all of you guys, all the affiliates, to drop in your name, information, so people can reach out to you directly if they have any questions or whatever they need. Any other questions? Anybody? Okay, let's move on.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome to stay on the call, guys. And Halley, Stephanie, let's give a shout out to our producers from last month. You don't have to go over all the names, but unless you want to, that's fine.
No, I think it's fantastic. I'd love to go through all the names, but I know that will take a while. But great job on July, everyone. We had a lot of closings, a lot of people having multiple closings. I know that we expected the beginning of this pandemic to slow down a bit, but you guys didn't let your businesses slow down, and that's so important to be proud of. So just shout out to everyone on this list here. You've done a great job. Keep up the great work, and we're looking forward to seeing what you can do for the rest of the year.
So, some people showed up just to see their name on the screen. I can't see them.
Good. Good. I know. That's great.
Nice to see people in person as well. So thank you, Halley. Stephanie? Yeah, and I mean, all those offices, this is the West Side office. You guys have been busy, commercial, residential, mostly the resi side for sure.
Yeah, just just echoing what Halley said. Everyone's been working their tushies off for sure, and just a huge shout out, congratulations, acknowledgement, to all their hard work, and it's those people that stayed engaged as soon as that they just didn't even lose any momentum at all as we jumped into our COVID time mid-March. They just kept with their care calls. They just kept calling. They just were a resource, just always there, and all their hard work during this whole time of uncertainty just absolutely paid off. So I'm just super proud of everybody, and everyone's just did an amazing job.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, well said. Congrats, everybody. Jessica, by the way, people asking for that electronic booklet or whatever. You can either share the link if you want here, or she did share her information, so reach out to her via email, text. Thank you for that. Kim, are you on the call? Kim? Give her a second. I know that she had some tech update to share with us. Kim?
Here, let me go find her. She may be having technical difficulties.
Yeah, I saw her name in West Side screen, but that's fine. We're gonna continue, and she's welcome to come back and give us some updates. For this week, the rest of the week, 2 o'clock, we have our fourth session, chapters 8, 9 for the Win with Sales Mastery. So that's our, once again, fourth session. We had amazing sessions so far. Thanks to all the agents who participated and shared their insight. Today, 2 to 3:30, we're gonna have Alison Silverman, Roger Horn, sharing some insight as well on the listing side, and we're gonna top it off with Halley, Stephanie, myself. 2 p.m. today, guys, and there's a direct link, Zoom link as well. So you should get the text just before that. Please join us. And 4 p.m. today, Rich is gonna do an overview. Rich, any specific topic today, or?
Yes, I've been asked to cover the RPA. So that's what the class will be about today.
Cool, thank you for that. You guys welcome to join. It's going to also be broadcast on our Facebook group as well if you want to participate. What else do we have? Jessica Christie have a session tomorrow, 2 p.m. I see, and weekly edge orientation with Kim and Patricia. If you're new to KW, if you're new licensee, if you've been in the game for quite some time, just want to dive deeper into our tech and how you can implement different things in your business that can help you as well. It's not just for new licensees. And all the rest of the good stuff. We are going to publish on Friday or Saturday September calendar, so stay tuned for that. We have some good stuff coming up.
Before you talk about that, it's not on the calendar because we just decided to have a little bit of fun since we miss everybody. But on Friday afternoon, we're actually going to have a very socially distant tropical happy hour here in the office out there at the tent. So it's going to start about 5 o'clock on Friday. We're going to have drinks provided to you courtesy of Coastal Escrow. We're going to have a little bit of snacks and goodies. We're also going to have kind of a fun tropical giveaway. So come with your masks, come have a good time, relax, and enjoy the warm weather here with us at Coastal. That's again on Friday at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, it's gonna be very socially distant, whatever that means.
Yes.
But West Side, same thing. We have the lounge at the back over there next to the Equinox. We'll do something on Friday as well. Stay tuned. And I know that Stephanie is doing something up in Calabasas too. So there you have it. We're going to try to do our best to stay consistent once a week to do something outdoor in our little areas to engage in a very social distant fashion. Thanks, Halley. So Mega Camp, getting closer, the virtual one, and I don't have it actually over here, but they did release. I know that the agent services, the front desk, keep sending those emails out with the actual content for each day. They actually open up the entire content of what's taking place. A lot of those masterminds, seminars, etc. What is the cost right now? About 120, yeah, almost 120 to just opt into this. I think it's about 3 or 4 days, right?
The 15th and 17th, and however, pay attention because they may increase the price again. So
right.
They should probably register ASAP.
Right. So right now it's about 119 just to register and get access to all of that. I just did like, a few things, a few topics that they're covering, between the 3 L's, right, by the MREA book, the leads, listings, and leverage. So in any level of business, wherever you are, right, you're a solo agent, you're a beginner, you're a producer, you have a team, you want to build a team. Those are the principles. And I think they're going to build in a sense that some of them will not overlap. And even if they do, they're going to have it in different times. Some going to be live sessions. Some are going to be recorded. That's also what Fritz shared with us last time. They've already been working on recording some of those sessions. And I'm guessing everything's going to be afterwards available on demand as well to the KW Connect. So if you miss something, you can go back and get it. Some sessions on the luxury listings, commercial as well, and open choices. You see, like you have just like tons of different content on that. And of course, once again, I don't have it here. You're going to have the first 2 days, the 15th and the 16th. You're going to have Gary Keller. I think the first day is going to be just the panels of all the producers. That's going to be live, by the way, in about 2 hours or so. And then on the second day is going to have just kind of like a rundown about probably like 1.5 hours, close to 2 hours stats, right? Fritz, anything Fritz Pilot over here, Heads of Maps coach. Anything else regarding Mega Camp?
It will be the most amazing platform that's ever been presented. This is not a Zoom call. It is an experiential event. You'll be able to walk into the marketplace and actually experience the vendors as though you were there.
Oh, cool.
We're going to have a coach's corner where you can set up 15-minute free coaching sessions and experience that. I think there's even going to be a band. I mean, we're reviewing how to make this the most unique event in a unique set of circumstances. It's going to be amazing. If you miss it, you will have missed an experience that has never been done before.
I like it.
And everything's a lot of pre-recorded stuff. Gary has actually built a stage in a local nightclub, and he's doing all the recording there. There'll be live interviews there. It'll be almost as good as being there, and the hotel and flight are free.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
A bit more affordable.
Yeah.
Fritz Pilot, Heads of Maps coach. Good timing, Fritz. Thank you. That's all we have. I'm actually, Elaine, can you explain to us? I got a kind bar in Japanese.
Apparently, we make kind for Japan.
Japan. Okay.
I just found out myself too.
Yeah. It tastes better, by the way. So if you happen to be in Coastal Office today, you got a kind bar from Japan.
What's the flavor?
I don't read Japanese. I don't know yet. Well, that's all we have, guys. Anything else to add, Stephanie, Halley?
No, just reach out to us if you guys have any questions. Keep up your good social media. I've been seeing a lot of you guys leveraging that right now in your businesses. And let us know, or let Deborah know if you need help registering for Mega Camp. We'd love to have you.
Sounds good. Awesome. Thank you guys. Thanks everybody. Thank you to the vendors and thank you to the affiliates and thank you everybody for running the offices. And
Thanks all.
stay healthy and stay busy. Thanks everybody.
Nothing worth another hurt, another end, another end.